DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team championships in a 2 out of 3 falls match. This is going to feel like old school black and gold.
Mm-hmm.
It is
1,000%. This one's hard, but I feel like my gut is telling me DIY is retaining. Because MCMG won the titles on like a random SmackDown, correct? Like that was when they won anyway.
Bloodline.
And they don't, I'm not saying that they don't need it, but when we're comparing them to DIY and DIY doing a heel turn and what they're trying to do with this tag team run, I think they need this win more, because this would be like a huge win for them, because it's not just a standard match. It's at a Big Four. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match. And it's more so establishing like their credibility as the villains now, you know, because like, I mean, I think that people view them that way, but it's still like, you know, because for the most part, specifically like Johnny Gargano has always been like the nice guy, like the underdog, you know?
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. So I think DIY wins. And I'm excited for this match because it feels very random, but they haven't really been highlighting the tag team championships at all. So I'm glad that, okay, they thought about this match and they knew that we all want to see this match. And with a stipulation, like a 2 out of 3 falls match, like, yes, please. Like, that deserves to be highlighted on the Royal Rumble.
I'm going Motor City Machine Guns.
Okay.
Because whoa.
I was just going to say my other reason too is just because of how short DIY's first tag team title run was. I felt like they got stripped from it too soon, and this feels like that too. So, yeah.
Well, the Motor City Machine Guns, to me, it feels like we're going to need a title change on the show. So that's where the wrestling brain's coming in and thinking it. But feeling-wise, for Motor City Machine Guns to win the tag team titles at like the Royal Rumble, the only thing that makes sense for it to be a bigger win would obviously be WrestleMania. And I have a feeling that if they win now, obviously DIY is going to be clamoring for a rematch. But look at what's going on with the tag division on SmackDown right now. You have the Street Profits. You have Pretty Deadly in the mix. I mean,
boys.
Legado. Yeah, that's Legado del Fantasma. So
those are not my boys.
I already said your boys. Pretty Deadly.
I know. I was like, my boys. Oh, okay. I thought you meant that like my boys were Legado. I was like, what the hell?
No, I was trying to get that name right because they've changed the name like 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
On me. So but your point is those 3 I mentioned and the champs feels like a ladder match set up for WrestleMania, which then Motor City Machine Guns winning at the Royal Rumble and at WrestleMania really solidifies that they're like the tag team in WWE.
Yeah, but I wouldn't disagree if they hadn't already won the championships. Because I feel like that like monumental moment of having Motor City Machine Guns become WWE Tag Team Champions has already passed, because it happened, and it happened on a SmackDown, and it was that they took it from the Bloodline. It doesn't matter that the Bloodline were only champions for, however long. It was like a blip
that was
there.
The point. Yeah, that was just
yeah. So it's like that was significant. So it's like if that had never happened, then I might lean more toward them winning at the Rumble. But I kind of like the idea of DIY retaining at the Rumble and then maybe Motor City Machine Guns winning at Mania. Because then at least DIY has like a lengthy run. And I would kind of be into like an Elimination Chamber match tag team. That would be pretty sick.
I think that would be the second time that they would ever do that. They have the talent on the roster to do it. A lot better than the first time they did it.
Well, and I guess if they do a ladder match at Mania, then they wouldn't do that. But still, if they want like a one-on-one match, which I think would be cool for DIY and Motor City Machine Guns to have like, a team-on-team match instead of like a multi-team match, they could still do a ladder match and it's just the 2 of them. I think that would be a nice way to like not repeat what we saw last year.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying that, or talking about online, having a ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So, I mean, I'd love that. I'd love the tag team. Things are looking up, and it's fantastic. So
Nathaniel thinks it's Motor City Machine Guns.
he's going for it. I'm with you,
Also,
pal.
Dylan said that Pretty Deadly remind him of Jesse and James from Pokemon, and I love that. I'm obsessed.
That's
I mean,
great.
granted, both of them are boys. They're both Jameses. However, their dynamic is, it is great. So that's a good one.
Before we talk about the Rumble matches itself, we do have a championship match.
Mhm.
All right. Yep. There we go. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens are going to have themselves their own little ladder match for the WWE Championship. Not only the undisputed one, but the Winged Eagle as well. That title is going to be hoisted above the ring. So I'm going to let you go first because I'm conflicted here. I really am.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Mark Henry broke my heart a little bit when he was like, "Oh, it's so significant that Shawn Michaels is there to for the contract signing." And he's like, "I know if Scott Hall were here, he would be there too." And I was like, "Did you have to? Did you have to do that, Mark?
On your heartstrings.
Mark!" But anyway, yeah, I love the fantasy booking that I did when when this match was first mentioned and we were like, okay, how are they going to do this? So I still believe, as for a prediction, I am still in the belief that Sami Zayn is going to get involved in some way. My heart is telling me, or my gut is telling me, that Cody retains, but Sami is still going to get himself involved. Whether he's intentionally trying to help Kevin or not, I'm not sure, because it really just depends on what they're trying to do afterwards. And that's really hard, obviously, to predict when you're trying to predict an outcome and whatever. But I do think that we're going to see selfish Sami Zayn, which I am completely here for. And he's going to try and do something to get, maybe he knocks Cody off a ladder, or he tries to do something to help Kevin directly. So I predict that. I also am not ruling this out either. So this was what I wanted to talk about earlier in the week, and I said I would save it for our prediction show. Because both titles are going to be hoisted above the ring. What if we see not like a tie, but what if Kevin Owens gets the WWE Championship and Cody Rhodes gets the Winged Eagle Championship? So they each get a championship. So technically the title changes hands, but it doesn't, because they both consider themselves champions, right?
You think that, yeah. Okay.
So it's unofficially official. There was a change, but there wasn't a change because Kevin is still going around. And I mean, he has an argument, obviously, because their match, they used the Winged Eagle as the title that night. So I'm like, that would be kind of a way for them to do that. However, again, it depends on the outcome of the Rumble.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know when this match is going to go on.
I know.
During the show, and it's not as clear as it would have been in the past with what goes last and all that, because of one, how star-studded the Royal Rumble is. I mean, the Royal Rumble might go last strictly because Roman Reigns is in it. CM Punk is in it. It might be one of those instances where the championship might have to take a back seat because it's not the biggest match on the show.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I don't disagree with Jackson, because it is for, the championship in WWE. As much as I want to believe that that's the World Heavyweight Championship, it's not. We know it's going to always be the WWE title. But I feel like the Royal Rumble match this year is more star-studded than I can remember in a long time. I mean, when's the last time Roman Reigns was in the Royal Rumble? It's been a long time, and we know about all of these names, like John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, all of these top people are going to be in the Rumble. So to me, that's grounds enough to be the main event, because it's not just who's in it, which is significant. it's also like the outcome of this match determines what we're going to see at WrestleMania. So that feels like the implications of that are huge. I mean, potentially bigger than who wins, Kevin or Cody, because it's like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's going to win because the winner is going to either choose the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. They don't really care who the champion is. They just want their match, their guaranteed match at WrestleMania. So I wouldn't hate it if the men's rumble is last. But I don't know. Some people like my idea. Final Boss likes it. I
Maybe one
appreciate you.
day. Maybe one day you help book. Maybe one day we help book. Who knows?
Oh yeah. So Dylan says Roman went second on the card last year. Yeah, that's true because it was him versus Kevin. Oh.
Yeah.
Unhinged main event Fro said, what if Sammy grabs the titles? Interesting.
I'm just reaching on this comment. Pun intended.
No,
I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing.
I don't hate it. That's why I'm saying like it's hard because who I think might win the Rumble or who I'm going to pick to win the Rumble, I believe they're going to pick Cody. So that's the problem is like if Kevin is still considered a champion, you know, that kind of throws a wrench into it where I don't know that they would do like a triple threat for the title at Mania. You know, I don't think people would be into that.
No, it's not the year for it. At least in my eyes, the WWE Undisputed Championship and Cody Rhodes being champion, it needs to be a one-on-one match.
Yeah, so that's why my gut tells me Cody is retaining, but I still think Sammy will get involved in some way. And I also I'm unsure of how this really puts an end to Kevin's pursuit of the championship because you would think that if he loses the Rumble, I mean, I guess he could enter himself into the Rumble match if this match goes on first.
That's what I'm like. KO is going to find a way to be in the Rumble if he loses this match. That's why it has to go the Rumble. That's another reason why the Rumble has to go last.
It also makes sense for Sammy to help him first because we know Sammy's not winning the Rumble. So it would make more sense for him to come out and try and he would have to come out first to try and help Kevin. You know, because if he already lost, then why is he gonna try and help Kevin?
Because then he helped him in the match, and then it's the Rumble time, and he's like, "You got to help me again," and then Sammy like eliminates him. Like that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool.
So I don't know. What is your guess? Because you haven't said who you.
I haven't said shit yet because I still am confused. I don't know.
I know.
Like
but don't you kind of love it?
I love it. The fan of me wants Kevin Owens to, win and go on this and be in WrestleMania as champion, whatever. But logic comes in, and that's where it's like Cody's got to win. KO needs to be on WrestleMania or at WrestleMania, but maybe not in the title picture. And Cody winning would be a really good send-off into the road to WrestleMania. Like he just defeated Kevin Owens in this brutal ladder match. Now what's next? And it's like, like a CM Punk or like, what if someone else wins the Royal Rumble? I'm not gonna say yet, but and
I would still like to see some sort of twist, even if it does end up being that Cody wins anyway. Like I still want to see some chaos. I don't want it to just be an easy thing where the match goes on as usual. Cody climbs the ladder and gets the titles. You know, like I want there to be some sort of twist that makes the match a little bit more interesting or could spark another match outside of who Cody faces at Mania or something. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like that's more interesting. And I don't know that we've gotten to the peak of this story between Kevin and Cody yet. So that's also like you kind of want to leave that open-ended. So I don't know.
What if Randy returns?
You know,
what I feel
if
like
Randy returns, I think he comes in the Rumble though.
It's a year of the snake.
I know. I think it's my year because I think I was born in the year
You're
of
a
the snake.
snake?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking snake slithering
I
in
am
the
a
glass.
snake in the Chinese New Year, and I'm a scorpion as like my zodiac sign. So like I am lethal,
Yeah.
baby. I got
Don't
venom.
fuck with you.
I don't fuck with me. Okay. I got venom in my mouth and venom in my tail. I was gonna say my butt, but like I don't know.
You can I that's for you to tell
Well,
me if you have venom in your
I don't
butt.
want to.
That's
You know.
fine. I'm a rat too, Dylan. Yeah. Go
Yeah,
Rats.
I'm a snake. I'm a snake. I'm a
I'm a
flurry snake.
snake.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But like I think that if Randy comes back, it's at the Rumble. Maybe he sets something up with Kevin. Because Kevin's the one who took him out. So maybe that is the way that they kind of eliminate Kevin from Cody's atmosphere right now. I don't know. But we're both going with Cody. Right.
I'm gonna go with Cody. I can't like the fan, like I want to, and I want to root for Kevin Owens so hard because that's
Well,
my
you can
guy.
root for Kevin,
But
but like
like
you can know
it's
that
Cody. It's
Cody going
Cody.
into
Yeah.
WrestleMania 41 as the champion is probably what they
Yeah.
want.
No, that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's not what they
Yeah.
want. It's what's gonna happen because
Yeah.
that's just wrestling. I hate that. I hate sometimes when you're gonna root for the loser.
Mm-hmm.
See,
So pretty much
that's
Sammy accidentally kicks Kevin and Cody
details.
wins. Kevin takes out Sammy in the Rumble. Yeah, something. This is what I was saying. That's what I said. That's what I said at the beginning. I'm like, what if they do that?
You
I don't know.
swapped it.
Very interesting. Yeah, because then technically they both have an argument that they're champion, right? So